Introducing a new party. We live stream Monday through Thursday 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's gonna come out how it come out. You feel me? Yo, none of this is rehearsed. Everything is off the top.
Vulgar. Welcome to the man cave.
Yo, what's good, everybody? And welcome to the man cave, where we keep it raw, uncut, unfiltered. All right, our main subject. We got to get on the most educated tonight. They about to be the most garnished out here. But before we do that, we got a couple things to cover. All right, I'm the toxic masculinist, Vulgar.
I'm Gray Mars.
And I'm Enzo.
Man, I'm about to run with that now. I kind of like the sound of that. Since everybody want to just hold me in this red pill phase, don't be the toxic masculinist. Don't that sound good?
Yeah. Well, I think you might have like a little bit of static on your mic. Is that you?
Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah, I hear it a little bit.
Yeah. You can run the clip and try to fix it if you want.
How is it now?
That's way better. That's way better.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know why it does that. It switches mics. All right, cool. Here we go.
Overall approval rating has dropped 8 points since his inauguration. And although 6 in 10 Americans say he is doing what he promised during the campaign, there is some growing concern about some of the policies he's pursuing to fulfill those promises.
This is a story about big expectations and big changes. A big majority of Americans think that Donald Trump is making major changes to how the U.S. government works, to how the U.S. economy works. But it's also a story about focus, especially early in a term. What we see is increasingly Americans think that the administration is putting too much focus on trade and tariffs and not enough on what they see as trying to lower prices. And prices are really closely connected to how they rate the president, not just overall, but on handling the economy and on handling inflation specifically. Those ratings are down now to their lowest level of his term. But the other part on expectations, Margaret, is that coming into this, Americans told us many expected them to get financially better off under Donald Trump. They were remembering the economy during his first term when they said it was good. And so far, we see more Americans saying that they're now financially worse off as a result of those policies. Also, that less of them think that he's got a clear plan for what to do on trade and tariffs. So that's kind of undermined confidence a little bit on that. I have to add, his political base, MAGA Republicans in particular, are still very much behind him and are okay with this. They think the economy is getting better, even as Americans overall say that it's getting worse.
So let's hear from the Democrat first.
Yeah, I didn't think that the tariff thing was going to work because from what I gathered, it's basically like it would take a long time to see results. So even if Trump is right about the tariffs, he probably won't see the results in his term because, I mean, it's basically a tax and you're trying to get other countries to pay America. So it's going to take time. And I just don't feel like time is on President Trump's side.
Enzo?
So it's going to be actually a wild take on my part. I agree with you, right? 100%.
You're out of here.
I think you're muted.
You're muted, Enzo. You're muted.
Yeah, can't hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Oh, so sorry about that. Somebody called me and messed everything up. Like I said, I agree with you 100% on the tariffs. The time's not on his side and everything like that. Trump's actually doing everything 100% the way that I thought he would be doing with the tariffs, is using them as a negotiating tactic. Yes, he keeps pushing the idea of bring manufacturing back, bring manufacturing back. Two big things with that. We're not the same country that we were 100 years ago in 1811 to, I'm sorry, yeah, 1811 to 1913, where we were a manufacturing giant. We're a consuming giant at the end of the day now. Two, unemployment's at 4.2%. Who's going to fulfill all these jobs? Bringing some manufacturing back to the United States, absolutely a great thing to do. And using the tariffs as a negotiating tactic, like we all see, four nations have dropped tariffs to zero in the United States. 100 others are already at the negotiating table. Biggest one that we're still waiting to hear back from is China. The longer they push this game of who's gonna break first, it's gonna hurt both countries at the end of the day. So I can't even fault Trump for what he's doing. I'm looking at it at China and the United States, and it's just gonna hurt everybody at the end of the day. The entire world's gonna hurt because of what they're doing with that. But overall, I'm happy with the tariffs, and I think it's very disingenuous with these polls and everything that they're putting out and saying like, oh, 41% this that disapproves, yada yada yada. When it's not even representing a fifth of the American people. They're doing like a couple hundred or a couple thousand people in these surveys. Like realistically, who's answering these calls? Like who's really taking part in these surveys is my thing.
Yeah. Like I told you a few episodes ago, I don't care about being liked. I I think the whole approval rating thing is trash because a lot of times when you're moving right, people aren't going to like you because you got a lot of degenerates out here. You got a lot of people who want chaos. It's just like a hoarder. Like you go try to clean up a hoarder's house, they just going to dirty it up again. So I almost wonder, I feel like Trump is doing a really good thing. What's up, Easy? But do America really want this? I've really been going through this in my mind the last couple of weeks. A lot of times, is the right trying to be Captain Save a Hole or is Captain Save a country, and the country does not want to be saved? So that's what I really feel. I feel like that's why the left is going so hard against him, going so hard to keep a thug to go get a thug and bring them back to the country when we know they done stuff because they really don't want a good country. They want chaos. They want drama. So that's what I'm starting to wonder. Like even if Trump does this, I don't. I think there's just a good half that don't want it.
Like, doesn't want the money or the economy.
Doesn't want a good country just far as socially. Um, it's just better when things are bad and you can blame it on something.
I could agree there.
Like, yeah, like if the country turns around and it becomes a good opportunity again, a lot of people are not going to really want to get up and do the work, take the opportunity. They gotten so comfortable blaming things on racism, blaming things on not being able to get loans here, not being able to, whatever it is, we are in a victim mentality. And I just feel like, I feel like the left is more so in the victim mentality, not all, but a good majority, enough to where it's a
100%.
problem. And the right is still on the pull yourself up by the bootstraps thing, even though they got their issues too. But I really feel like there's that's how we're divided right now.
What I heard people on the right saying on TikTok, and so the girl on the View, I think her name's Alyssa Farah. She worked with Trump. What I heard them say is that they feel like it's not the what, it's the who. That no matter what Trump does, because it's Trump, he's not
Mhm.
going to get credit. So that's what they're trying to say. Like, oh, if Kamala Harris won hypothetically with Tim Walsh and they did the same thing with Dodge, would would people be upset about it? Like the $5,000 for the baby. If the Democrats did that, would people say, "Oh, it's a great thing"? That's what I've heard that the people on the right like really complain about.
Yeah, it's just like Trump need to get on the side of abortion.
It's a mixed bag when it comes to those issues that you brought up, Greg.
That could be the way to get the pro-life movement going again. Just go ahead and get Trump the side with the pro-choice group, and then they'll go against it. What's up, Easy? So we're talking about Trump's approval rating, how it's in the tank right now. You got anything to add?
I don't know if he can hear you. Oh, you there? Oh,
Can't hear you.
Everybody got mic issues. Great, the only
Yo,
one safe.
yeah.
What's good?
you
Did
can
you
hear
hear
me?
me? Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh yeah. I mean, like we said in last episodes, I mean, a lot of society right now, they are pretty much pissed off right now of the decision making that Trump is doing. I think it has a lot to do with the tariffs, though. I mean, people don't like their money being messed with. So when people with money looking funny, they're gonna get mad about it. I mean, that's a natural reaction. That's all
Yeah.
I got.
Well, like I said, I think he's doing a good thing. I just deep down, I just really feel like society wants to sit in the mess we're in. They're comfortable in it. They're not ready to get up and vacuum and clean and sanitize. Just my opinion. All right. So I'm going to the next subject. I guess we all men here, we could talk about the double standard